Senior. I've been streaming different games. I can't stick to one game. I get bored. It happens when you get old. Anyways, tomorrow, Death Stranding 2 comes out at night. But I thought, dude, I love this game. But even if I love a game, it's so hard for me to finish it. I don't know why. Maybe I have ADHD. Who knows? I love this game. Everything about it. It reminds me of Fable. Combat is immaculate. Like, it's not like you don't have to be smart. There is no combos like Devil May Cry, but it has just the right amount of player interaction, pairing, guarding, blacksmithing, combos with the highlights. You gotta hit them on the left, the right, top, the bottom. It's almost like Fight Night. You know, if you remember that game, the old boxing game, the best boxing game ever made, Fight Night. Every other boxing game and UFC game that came afterwards could never replicate Fight Night. In the old Xbox days, or PlayStation, I think, even PlayStation. This game just has it. It got terrible reviews. I don't know why. IGN's a dumbass. But from the other reviewers, I don't know. The game has like, it's more than like 40, 50 hours long. I still haven't beaten it. And it's expansive, dude. Now, there is some parts I don't like. The fact that it's like Elden Ring where some items you get, like, the game has this nice thing where it says show next objective, which is really nice. But even with that, you'll get lost. Just like an Elden Ring game. It's quite annoying. I'd rather it told me exactly kind of where to go. But it's like each place is like a maze. But I'm telling you, the combat in this game, it's something else. You will not find another game with this kind of amazing, gratifying combat. Every time you hit an enemy, the impact, the feeling is just, oh man, words can't describe it, man. You got to play the game for yourself. If you haven't picked it up yet and you like solo adventure games like I do, I more than multiplayer games, I like linear solar adventures and magic, all that stuff. The Witcher 3 type of stuff. Like, this doesn't have that kind of dialogue, but I just love a great adventure game. Fable, man, dude. Fable is what set me off on like my best choice of genre of a game. Now, I love all games, but this is my game of the year. I'm not changing my mind until something better comes across. There hasn't been yet one game that's beat this game to me so far. Look at this. It's just the impact, the guarding, the slow motion, as it has everything most games do have, and the gore, which I love gore. Like, come on, baby. And then, you know, I thought I hate this about this game. The fact that your weapon, you will lose it regardless. It will run out of stamina. You'll have to repair it, and eventually you'll have to trash it. But the crafting in this game is also fun. There's blood on my sword. It's just a great game, man. I just can't get enough of this. And see, if you go too fast, you're going to get hit. You got to time it just right, manage your stamina, but it's not as hard as Elden Ring, where you're like breakneck, you better parry without thinking. Like, this game is perfect for someone like me, that I am a smart enough guy, but I'm not fast. So it gives me enough time to think and process before I go on the attack or offensive. This is why I love the game so much. Anyways, let's try and enjoy this. So you see this highlight right here? So he has yellow on the bottom of his foot, right? So if I go from the bottom pressing X instead of triangle, which is top, or square is left, then I won't do the max amount of damage. If it was red, I wouldn't do any damage to him at all. But I'm going left side. That does the max to him. Double check it. Still, boom. Goodbye, homie. And you get raw materials. Come on, man. This game has it all. It has everything as far as combat goes to keep you entertained. If you are not entertained by this game, you just hate games. I don't know. I'm sorry. Or you might be just FPS level or a sports game lover. I don't know. But most gamers should love this game, dude. Like, and there is a hard mode. You can put the difficulty however you like. And trust me, hard mode is freaking hard. But then again, for those Elden Ring psychos out there, then it might be a little bit easy, even on the hardest mode. But I'm not one of those. I like to not be stressed out. I love a grand adventure though, and this game gives it to me. Now this sword of mine is getting a little, yeah, it's getting a little bit. We're getting to a point where, you know, we're gonna have to go to a bench. But every time we go to a bench, all the enemies respawn. So, but this is the part of the game I don't like. Like I said, it does give me a pointer of where to go, but sometimes this game is so complicated that even if it tells you where to go, it's still not. It's like a huge maze each place you go. Like, see, that is the quest marker, 25 meters in front of me. How do I get there? I don't know. Completely lost. That's why this is a game I keep coming back to, but I just put it down for a second because I get a little frustrated. I don't want to look at no YouTube walkthroughs on this too much. I only had to do that twice, I think. But I feel like I should be able to find out where this is, but it's hidden. Now it's downstairs, as the arrow shows. Downstairs, where is the question? Of course, in this game, like any Zelda game, you better break every box because you're going to need every material in this game. And if you hit a wall and not an enemy, you're going to damage your weapon. So you can't just randomly swing your weapon like you're playing crazy. But dude, they have so many different types of ones. They got hammers, knives, fast knives. Like, come on, bruh. Now, right now, I've been having favorite weapons, each one at a time. This is my favorite right now. This great sword. It's just, I love it. It's a one hitter, baby, and it should be. In real life, if you get swung on by a musclehead guy, by a sword like this, yeah, you're gonna die in one hit. Let's just be honest with ourselves. Okay, so I am very lost, and I kind of wish there was something to show me where to go. But we'll figure it out. Now, I'm not trying to reset this with a hammer. There's like a forge thing. Every time we hammer, you reset your health and everything. I'm trying not to do that so I can figure out exactly where I'm supposed to go. Now, the game told me I'm supposed to go over that direction, but that direction doesn't have anything. I think I've done everything in that direction. Unless I'm missing something from like right here or something, but no, that goes back outside. Let's go from this way then. I know I've been up this ladder. I know I have. But just to make sure. Yeah, I've been here. Golly, where is? Where are you? I gotta keep showing this. The objective goes away once I get close. Like, where are you, man? Or what am I supposed to? And then there's this thing right here. I feel like this is something I should be able to enter, but no. Just damaging my weapon. Ah, this ain't looking good. Where is this location anyway? The Iron Castle.
Acides was waiting for us in his iron castle. Something's fishy here.
He's a necromancer.
Acides.
Expect anything.
Acides. Blades of fire. Acides. What was his name?
I didn't expect that kind of reception in the iron castle. I need to stay alert.
Acides is a despicable being.
Acides.
I faced Acides in his iron castle. I'm sure he plays dirty.
Oh, he seemed like a repugnant creature. I couldn't even look at him.
Alright, we're gonna have to figure out where the hell we're supposed to go, because I'm just so lost. Okay, so it said, see where the flies go. I did see flies earlier. Okay, so where he is, I've been there Probably about 20 times over. But we'll go back over there. Okay. Oh, so there's a cutscene that's supposed to happen? Yeah, there's a cutscene right by that door. I was just, is it glitch? Oh, don't tell me it's glitched, dude. Cause I've been there, but nothing activates when I go over there. Oh, dude, this. Why the big circle? You need to make the video longer, dude. You got some. To show people different locations. Okay, I know this place. Okay, well, let's go back to where this youngster. This is a youngster named Glitch Boy. He has only 369 followers. Anybody watching the video, show him some love, man. He's making guys. He's a young boy. He got a nice voice. He's doing this thing, man. Let his dreams come true, man. Oh boy, Choco Pie don't need no more dreams coming true. He kind of glitches though, to where I need to see where the heck he goes. Why does he do that? That's a little annoying. I'm gonna have to watch another. Never mind, Glitch Boy. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to do better. But he's the only one doing this. He's the only one. Glitch Boy, you let me down. He kind of like freaking skipped right where I needed to know where he went. Alright, now we're looking at some guy named I Am Waved. So, let's go. Okay, so everybody goes to that loop-de-loop place. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the freaking main center where everybody else starts. At this point, I'm completely lost, so we're just gonna go back out here. Everyone starts from right here. Golly, we gotta keep killing this guy. Oh God. We're not gonna make it if we're gonna have to keep killing you, big boy. You know what? Forget it. Let's go rehammer my thing. And then we'll come back in here. I lost too much health. And we need to repair our weapon. See, this is the only thing. I love this game so much, but they follow suit with Elden Ring. Like, God, it's like, I do not want to just run around 100 hours to go figure out what I'm supposed to do next. It's not fun for me. It drives me insane. Alright, this is my favorite sword right now, but we're gonna have to break it a little bit, fix it up. You gotta break it to fix it. Okay, might as well we're here, so let's go make another sword while we're at it. Okay, so we got new saber, it looks like. We don't really use sabers. Let's see what part of that saber is. What part? This one. Okay, we got medium-sized pommel. Reduces the damage. That don't do nothing for me. We don't want to reduce the damage. I don't have a lot of that, so to use those up is not a good idea. No siree. Yep. We want to use that up. We don't want to make this one though, to be honest. Doesn't do a lot of damage. It's like, it doesn't do at least over 100 by now. Even for a fast sword, it seems kind of iffy to waste all this good material. Yeah, you know what? Forget making that. Or do I have to make it just to make it? You know what? This is what we'll do. Just in case. Some weapons, I don't know if you have to make the weapon or if you just get, because there's these statues in this world that if you don't have the manuscript, like, you won't get the parts or some crap like that, you know, so we'll waste a bunch of iron. Okay, maximum is 4. Okay, we'll just forge this and we're just going to destroy it and we're going to make a big great hammer. Yeah, there's a lot of weapons in this game and they want you to use different weapons, right? But let's be honest, some weapons like literally do damage on almost every single enemy type, like this greatsword I have, for the most part at least. So for the mid half of the game, I was just using double axes. It was great. Now I got to this part, and the greatsword that I have on my back is doing major buku damage. So, and I'm loving it. Now I do love the axes because it's fast, but you know this one we just made, we're going to destroy it because it's ugly and it's a waste of my material, homie. Now, here we are. We're gonna make another great sword just like I have on my back because it's just so dang nice, homie. Oh my goodness, my white cat's so cute. He's so damn cute. I'm not, I'm just fidgeting him. Oh, he's so cute. Alright, penetration. Yeah, penetration. You know you want that. Now I used one of my best materials on this one. Oh, we don't have that. Dang, we went down from 180 to that. That's really not good as far as damage goes. Alright, so next time, Reaper Steel is what I want from. So the more you use a weapon, the weapon gets into like a mighty status, like a legendary status. The more you use a weapon until it's broken, and then you give it to this old ugly lady, and that ugly lady actually gives you rare materials to forge high damage inducing weapons. So it looks like for right now, we're just going to have to wait up because we don't have enough Reaper Soul to make this weapon worth it. Okay. Going back to the real world now. I'm gonna follow this guy's guide. Oh man, he got a cool armor set on that I never got. The heck? Dude, where you get these armor sets, man? Dang, he got a cool armor on. Blades of Fire. New armor. New location. All outfits and dye showcase. Okay, so where is that? Lone Adventure. Sorry, ain't no. It's not like anybody watching these videos of mine, so I'm just gonna just chill. But if someone does watch it, then you know, blessings to you. Oh, it just showcases it. It doesn't tell you where to get it. Mother sucker, I hate that kind of bullshit. Well, actually,
Hey,
maybe.
we going to do something other than just stand here?
Shut up, young man. We don't need you talking in my ear right now. I'm looking at something. Lorian Knight. Damn, that looks cool too. Oh, Lord of Steel. Oh my gosh. This is the one I need. I need to get this right now. If I can get it, that's what we're gonna do. Lord of Steel. flow off location. Please show me where to get this.
I'm
Please.
bored. We doing something?
Okay, can you shut up? You know what? I'm gonna send you home.
Send the kid back to camp.
Yeah, send the kid back. The one annoying thing about this game is like I yap too. Okay, I'm a yapper, but the NPCs talk way too damn much, saying the same thing over and over again. It's quite annoying. And each different level has one. The old man in one part of the zone was the most annoying. He would disappear every time an enemy comes and come back and say the same old thing and repeat. It's quite annoying. Alright. So, nobody is showing where I can get this Lords of Steel attire. Lone Adventurer default attire. Bonus item included in day one. Okay. Bonus item included in day one edition of the game. No, you mother freaking no. No game. I hate when they do that, dude. Oh man, bonus edition. Dude, I would have got this day one if I could have. Closest forger's anvil is the cartel wall. After defeating the mayhem warmonger, head east towards the cliff, and the chest is located behind the Arus die. Okay, hold on. I gotta look at this. Is that everything else is day one? Devoted forger. Lone Ranger. Iron Paladin. Dude, the Iron Paladin also looks cool too. I don't mind that one. Can I get that one? Bonus item. Fudge you, game. Oh my god. Why'd you do that to someone like me? I really love your game too. Oh, you screwed me. You screwed me bad, dog. You screwed me bad. Dude, there's no way to get this freaking arm. I've just paused the stream, my bad. I'm looking at the store. Dude, I want that armor, darn it. Don't tell me it's just one of those armors you only get. You won't even let us purchase it, you mother sucker. Wow, dude, that's something like for this game I would have supported and paid to get that armor. That's crazy. But no, they just give it away to day one people. Oh, you suck, game. Come on, man. You don't suck, but that suck you right there. Don't you want more money? How dare you? Golly, that sucks real bad for me at least. I wanted a different armor attire. That sucks. Lord of Steel bonus. The item included in day one edition. Oh, so sad. I'm so sad. Default die that is equipped on Aaron. Hollow plane. Okay, there's a whole guide over here. I'll go back to the putrid. You'll find the enemy with the camp. You can also pick up a vault weapon. That's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for the outfit. Darn it. Looks like I'm stuck. I'm stuck with this armor. The cool armor is locked behind day one editions, which sucks because someone that actually loves this game like me can't get this armor set that looks badass. Oh gosh, that really hurts me. Oh, it is what it is sometimes. I guess I save my money. Okay, let's figure out now how the heck are we supposed to get past this annoying part. Okay. So, we're going to have to fight this guy again, fight a couple of same guys all the way again, and then we will get my thing up. You are going to die, son. Okay, I did not want you to hit that much. Okay, thank goodness, goodbye. Alright, so where does this guy go after this? Dang, he goes fast. Okay. Alright,
That
so
swarm
over
of
here.
flies flew straight to the south tower.
Okay. Alright, so, oh my gosh, this was where it was again? I can't believe I forgot it. Goodbye, your arm is off. Okay, so this is where even that kid's video went. Oh! Ooh! I did not see you there, buddy. Off with your hand, son. Okay, up the stairs. Upstairs we go. I'm gonna be annoyed if it's something that I've passed 1,000 times over, but honestly in this game that's happened so many times. I know it's this, I've been there. Okay, he's not going there, but I'm gonna go there. Oh my gosh, I can't believe. Oh, Mad Hatter, what's up, homie? You know this game. Dude, this is my game of the year, dog. I love this game. It reminds me of Fable, even though Fable is a lot different from this. The combat in this is immaculate, dog. This is my favorite game. Other than some of the annoying, like, dialogue and the running around like the headless chicken trying to figure out where to go next, like that is annoying, but other than that, this game is a masterpiece, and everyone shitted on this game on reviews at least.
I need the lad to get these poor people out of here.
I need the lad to get this. Okay, all right, young man, time for
I
you
need
to go.
answer.
How you doing, Mad Hatter? How's your day going, homie?
I was lost listening to the most wonderful bird song.
This young
Listen
kid
to my orders
is
if you know
such
what's
a
good for
Gen
you.
Z, dog. Nah, dude, this is, if it was Elden Ring, I would have hated this game. Because Elden Ring's too hard. This game is for, like, oldies like us, man. It's, like, has just enough, like, combat-wise. It's not hard. It could be hard if you put it on higher difficulty. But it's, like, very simple. Like, let me just show you. Like, square is left. O is left, right. Triangle is headshot. And when you highlight one enemy, they'll be green, orange, or red. Red means you'll do no damage. Yellow is very medium damage. And then green, you'll do mega damage. And basically, sometimes they could have green on their arm or on their head only. And you got to click on them to see which one it is. And sometimes they even switch it up. So it keeps you on your toes. And then you can also parry in this game, dodge. Like, it's crazy, dog. Oh, John, what? Oh, Gen Z. I was just talking about, like, how this kid right here is Gen Z. Like, he is so annoying, this young kid right here. And then here comes John with his bullshit. John, I'm glad to see you again, buddy. But come on, change up the energy, homie. Please, Unc is getting tired of your energy. I love you, man. Your cat. It's the loneliest thing you could say.
Kid, I need you to take these poor people to the village. They've suffered enough.
Of course.
I
Aaron, you
passed
have
by
to
this
stop
area
this
like
monster.
20 times, though. Oh, that's
I
so
will.
annoying. The game sometimes glitches just a little bit. Draining, really. Yeah. John, I love John, though, man. John's, he came through stream like four months ago or something. We connected through anime. He's a lot younger than me and you, man, but he's good a kid at heart, man. But sometimes he has that teenager mode where he just likes to talk shit for no reason. And for us old heads, we're just like, dude, why? Why? We're but we grew out of that stage, so
Let's chat for a sec.
I have some patience. But the last 2 days, my patience have been withering.
Hey, kid. We need to talk about what we saw in the cell. About Acides and the villagers.
What is there to talk about? Acides is a monster. We must not leave those poor people at his mercy.
That makes me sound so gay.
I'm glad to see you're clear on
Other
this.
than the fact that so
It
am
says a
I.
lot about you. Abadoran would be...
I wish he was still here.
See that, John? See that's how you would respond to me. What I just said. But no, what I would have said is, I like anime too. Everybody needs their John. Now I got rid of Johns out of my life a long time ago. Johns in IRL life, I would have punched him in the face, to be honest. But I'm Korean. We do things differently. You know, the whole age thing is very big in my culture, even if you're Americanized. Like up in Seattle, I punched a couple people, and they looked up to me too. But then they talked down on me in my language, and I remember I choked one of them up against the wall. He was a praise band leader of our church, younger than me. He called me young, which means older
Would
brother.
you listen to me for a moment?
And then he got mad, not at me,
Go ahead.
at some of the
Crimson Fort,
youngsters.
cursed by a
And then he was
thaumaturgus
talking to me outside, and
Knockout
then
actor, hunted
there's
by
two
a
ways to talk to
thaumaturgus
someone
sorcerer.
younger than you
Vuru
or older
Galuta,
than you
a
in Korean.
thaumaturgus creature.
And he
Yes,
lowered
I see
his
the
tone,
pattern. Don't worry.
like his
Don't
verbiage
worry.
to me.
According to the
And then I
chronicles,
choked him up
thaumaturgy
against the
disappeared
wall, and
centuries
the youth kids
along with the last of the
were
Orthodox.
inside a house.
But it's clear that's
And
now
I
wrong.
kept
Are
slamming
the
him
Orthodox
into
still
the
walking among us?
door
Yes, of
ring
course.
bell,
They were-
so the youth kids
are
kept hearing the
humans.
doorbell
That's
ringing.
all my blade and I
And
need
then
to
I
know.
didn't punch him, but once I slammed him up against the wall, he freaked out. I guess nobody put hands on him in his life, and he freaked out. So in order for me, my intention was not to hurt him, but like I lost my temper, and he did something that back in Texas would have got your ass whooped. So I slammed him up against the wall, and then I put him in a chokehold, and then because he started flailing like a chicken. I don't think he told me not even his own dad ever put his hands on him in his life. And when I heard that, I was like, oh, that's the problem. I see now. I see what the problem is. But yeah, he called the police on me. No, he was gonna call the police. He runs into the house full of the Christian kids, and he tells all the youth kids, "Chocobai tried to kill me. Chocobai tried to kill me." And I'm like, dude, I did not try to kill you. If I tried to kill you, you would know it. Like I put you in a chokehold. I didn't even like sleep him out. I just let him go. I say, "You gonna not punch me?" And I let him go afterwards. And then he starts telling, and he's the adult. We're all in our 20s. He goes inside a bunch of youngins and starts screaming, "I'm trying to murder him." And then, luckily the kids even calm him down because they know me. I'm a very nice guy up to a point. So the kid's like, no, calm down. And then I guess he gets his daddy involved, and his dad tries to sue me. And my parents go to that church. My sister goes to that church. And I had to do something that, for my parents' sake, that embarrassed us all, which was I went to his dad while he was at his work. The pastor told me I had to do this. Murder, why would you not try to kill? So what I had to do was, and honestly, I would do this for my parents any day, but Korean culture, getting on your knees, it's a very big deal. You don't do that unless you really messed up or you're praying to God. So I went over with the pastor to his dad's place, and I got on my knees and I apologized to the dad, and I said, hey, please do not press charges. Your son was just, I should have never done what I did, but, this is the situation. He didn't even want to hear it. He was cussing at me. All that Christian shit went out the window for that dad. And that's where I'm like, there's two types of Christians. Real Christians, we all make mistakes, right? But real Christians know how to forgive. And the people like that. Now, I will say this. He ended up not pressing charges on me, but that left such a foul taste on my dad's mouth. And he don't really believe in God that he never went back to church again, which really pisses me off. But I feel like that's more of my fault, because I put my hands on that little boy. He wasn't a teenager, we were only like, 3-4 years apart. But like I said, he's never had any hands on him, on his life, so I guess in his mind, he thought I was gonna murder him. Weirdo. Complete weirdo. It is what it is. God, just thinking about that still, like, I have so many regrets for that day. I feel bad for the youth kids, man, because they all liked me up until that point, but then they started thinking, oh, man, maybe he's a loose cannon, which kind of I was in my 20s. Alright, let me figure out where to go. Okay, so we're going to go up these stairs. So, we located the prisoners. They're good. I'm good. Hey, buddy. Slap it, slap it, slap. I'm so glad I don't get into fights no more, man. I am way too old. I have no more muscle. Like, I do not want to get my butt beat again, man. Last time I got into a fight was, like, about 3-4 years ago from now. And I remember I got my nose broken. It's not fun having your nose broken when you're an adult. Nobody thinks it's cool. Once you get to a certain age, nobody thinks fighting is cool. Oh, Rainbow was good today. I'm not gonna lie. I had 3 games I played, and I won all 3 with my team, and I got a kill on almost every match. And there was cool people on the mic on both adults. So, you know, I had a good time playing. You know, I think I did a good job. Of course, I found my mains. At least for attacking, it's Blitz and the other guy with the shield that could have an assault rifle with the shield. I'm just trying to find out who the hell to use on the defensive side of things when you're hold up, because nobody has a shield on that side, right? So I was asking people who has like a grenade or a flashbang and a good gun, because that's what I need, honestly. I just need a good operator with a good gun that doesn't have a lot of recoil, and a grenade or a flashbang, or that has good gadgets. That's actually helpful for me. Let's see where to go. I don't want to be lost. Oh, Johnny Boy, if you're still in here, today's the day at night. I'm going to watch Go Go Loser today, so I appreciate you sending me that link. Clash has a shield on defense. Oh, Clash. Is he, do you have to buy him? I have enough money to buy him, but I'm thinking, are some operators, like, you can't buy them, or because I think I have like 47,000 like credits or something, so I'm assuming I can buy. Not gonna lie, you were in the wrong though. You know, putting hands on someone, I guess it depends on where you grow up, man. I'll have to admit it, my pride is getting in the way. So the right answer is to say, no, you should never put your hands on someone, right? That's the right answer. But the Korean and my pride in me wants to say, nah, fuck that. I had every right to put my hands on that piece of shit. He's not a piece of shit. That's my ego getting in the way again. Like I said, this happened so many years ago, but I still have emotions tied to it. Oh, it's Bible? That's what's up. Johnny Boy, I couldn't see the rest of your text because I didn't have my live open. I was watching someone else's walkthrough. But, yeah. No, like, hey, the real thing is, like I said,
break an ankle, and that's the end of saving the world.
Yeah, I would have went to jail. Yeah, so, and my parents, you know, and everything else. Fault was on me, but the thing is, I'm glad I did it at the same time for him, because now, hopefully for the rest of his life, I taught him a valuable lesson, in my opinion, for that guy. Do not say some shit if you're not willing to suffer some consequences in life. Because you do not know in this life who is psychotic, who's crazy. Your life is more valuable than your ego. I've had to learn that many times the hard way too, getting my ass whooped. Now, what really happened was there was the youth kids inside. I had one youngster that kind of is like you, John, but I was taking care of him quite a bit, but I guess we asked the young kids to come out, and we were going to show them a good time, you know? So we went to one of the other person's houses, and we brought all the youth kids over, and then I guess we were, you know, Jesus, he's a servant, right? You know, he's service Like he does like that kind of stuff. You know, if you tried to sue me, I'd probably break your ankles first if I knew you were gonna try to sue me. I'm gonna be honest with you. So fuck the consequences. But that's the old me. The new me, I wouldn't do that. Now, Johnny, if I knew you were gonna sue me, I would never meet you in person because I have a feeling I would want to slap the back of your head because some of your commentary. But if you're not man enough to take it, then you should never meet your idols. You know that famous saying? You know, I love you, but you know, if you cross the line with me, I'm still gonna do what I gotta do. Um, but like I said, the young kids are in there. Dude, John, if you met me in real life, the first thing I do is I take you out, I buy you dinner, brother. That's what I would do with all the youngins, man. That's just how my culture is. That's how I am. I take you out, we'll talk about anime. I'm sure we'll have a good time. Let's say you just like to troll a little bit while I'm online. That's all. Let's see. But the guy was talking crap about the youngsters inside, man. He's like, why are these guys? We fed them. Nobody's asking because Korean culture, again, clashing. No one asks, like, because youngsters, like, Korean, you know, like, the older people's doing the dishes. Somebody should have at least came over and asked to help or something. Nobody was doing that. And he was getting frustrated. And I told him, hey, dude, we came here to serve these youngsters and let them have fun. Like, you know, like, don't get so mad about it. But then he just kept letting that anger boil up. And honestly, on my side, once he dropped the little pronouns or whatever us Koreans do, my pride got in the way also. So it's the same old, same old. Oh yeah, 100%. It's just one of those situations. Now most times, at least in Texas, if stuff like that happens in Texas, I remember specifically my parents going up to his parents so pissed off, and my dad said, you know, because I got into a fight in Texas too with another church member, and he popped me, and I had to go get surgery on my lip because my tooth went through my lip, and my parents didn't press charges or nothing, and my dad said, and he's not even Christian, he said, you know, I thought you Christians are about forgiveness and stuff, and you're trying to press charges on my son when both of them were in an altercation. And that's the day my dad stopped going to church, and that really sucked because I really want my dad to go to church. But it is what it is, and I'm definitely gonna buy that character because I got enough coin on me, Mad Hatter. See, the thing is that you know, even when I went on my mission, I went on a mission trip when I first came to Washington, and God is like, I know some of you guys don't believe in God and stuff, but God is funny, man. Because it was a Korean-based mission trip for Christians, but when we went to Alaska, so we went to the Native American people to help them, to kind of do some work for them and also preach the gospel to them. I shared my testimony in front of them and all that stuff. But the white family that I was friends with, their son, they couldn't get their visa to go, and also the leaders couldn't go. And when we went there, Koreans, we are just very emotional people. A famous pro baseball player in Korea, he came with his wife and his kids, and they got into a fight, and he grabbed his wife and he threw her headfirst into a wall. And then she was so angry that even though she got her head thrown into a wall, she started throwing chairs and attacking him, and he started throwing chairs at her, so I had to grab her and hold her back. And if the white family came, police would have been called. But because we're Koreans, we don't call police. Up until I came to Washington and I found that out. We don't call police on each other because it's our people, right? We deal with it ourselves. It's kind of like the Chinese people. They do the same thing. You go to Chinatown, you mess around, like, ain't nobody gonna call the police. Same like black people and stuff. You know, unless you get robbed, like you own a business and you get robbed, like then you call the police. But like stuff like that happens, like we keep it to ourselves, you know. It's just our culture. You know, but I remember that happening. Oh God, Lee, that was scary because that baseball player would have just smashed me. Oh, dude, you know, see, that's what Americans, you know, y'all really don't know. And I'm American too, and I really don't know, dude. Some countries like in India too, dude. I've seen couples like in India, Like they go not understanding the culture and they just get murdered, or then they just get the living heck beat out of them with sticks and everything. Like even a brother I met from the Philippines the other day that started coming onto my streams. He said, dude, if what's that one YouTuber now in the Philippines jail in prison? He said if Vitalik went to his island, there wouldn't be no police. They would have straight up murdered him or like just broke his bones. Laws are different in different countries, and just in America. And you know what's the funniest thing about all that is every country is afraid of America for some reason. Now I do know about Detroit. You know, I've hung out with gangsters and stuff all the time, my whole life. But it's like it's so funny because Asians, countries, and everybody else says, "Oh, America's so crazy. They have guns. You guys are so scary. You guys fight all the time." But dude, those other countries got knives, and they're scary. Like the people will start beating the crap out of people with sticks until they're almost half to death, man. It's even scarier than America, dude. Like at least in America, you know, if you're getting robbed and stuff by gunpoint, like, you know, most of the time you ain't gonna get murdered for it unless something happens, you know, unless you in a gang, you know. And Japan is different though. Japan, you know, nobody is violent in Japan. Well, there is a Yakuza, but you know, other than the Yakuza, normally Japanese people are not violent. Completely different places. But yeah, some Japanese people can be violent. I think more than anything, Asian Americans, the problem with us is we grew up in America and we have all this frustration and anger because our parents are very traditional, so they beat us. And we have all this anger in us and emotion, but we didn't grow up in Korea to understand that it's normal. We grew up in a melting pot called America, so we hear about our other friends, like white friends and stuff, that get timeouts and stuff, and then we get a little bitter growing up. We're like, why didn't my parents like give me timeouts? Why did he decide to just smash my laptop and break it? And why did he beat me up with golf clubs? Like, you know, but then most of my Korean friends all got beat up that way by their dads. I'm not the only special case here, you know, but it's hard to understand it.
Each forge scroll comes with a number of new parts. The ones you have are already complete. You need to acquire new scrolls. Only then will the statue offer you new parts.
I did
I'm afraid you don't have any
glitching again, so your comments, like other than seeing on a TV, if it's too long, it won't show up. I think I told this to Mad Hatter the other day though, but I'm not like this, man. Like I'll fight, but I don't have the heart in me to go too brutal. But I had this OG of mine that went to a pho restaurant, and another Mexican gangbanger was looking at him, and they were just mad dogging each other. And you know, at some of the pho restaurants, they got those plastic chopsticks, like the really thick plastic chopsticks. And the Mexican guy kept staring at him because my homeboy had a teardrop. So they stood up, and my homeboy picked up his chopstick and he stabbed it right into the Mexican dude's eyeball. Straight. Half of it went inside, and the guy dropped straight to the floor. I don't know if he died on the spot or what, but he just dropped straight to the floor. And then he grabbed everyone's IDs and he said, "I know exactly where y'all all live, so if you call the police, I will come find you and kill you." And no one ever called the police on him. And I don't know what happened to the Mexican guy. I don't know if he died or what. But yeah, that was kind of traumatizing. I'm still here. I'm cooking a snack. Oh, you good? You good, homie? Yeah, get that. Yeah, I wanted to get that image out of my head, brother. John, I've been through a lot, man. I've seen a lot of nasty things, and yeah, I've had a lot of fun in my life. And certain things I really wish I didn't go through. But it's all because of the stupidity of the people I surrounded myself with. I still love those friends, man. Bad people still can change, man. That murderer, that friend of mine, he actually murdered 2 people, he told me, after he turned Christian. He actually turned Christian. He got baptized in a bathtub, out of all things. So people can't change, man. That's why I'm very forgiving. And even me, I've changed a lot. That's why sometimes my empathy supersedes my logic, and that's why I've been scammed so many damn times, man. It's not because I'm stupid. It's because I kind of hope that even when I get a bad feeling that I'm wrong. Because ain't nobody want to go through that nonsense, man. I want to believe in the goodness of people, but the goodness of people is a bunch of bullshit sometimes. Is waterway. That's such an oldie saying, man. You must have learned that from your dad.
The statue will only
That's
recognize
definitely
a
from
weapon
your
the same
dad.
type it's showing you.
Some people can be completely convincing, John. I'm telling you, dude. Like that woman that scammed me from my business, dude, I'm telling you, she was good. Now, she did all the manipulation tactics, like gaslighting me. Every time I would try to get close to thinking that she was like stealing from me, she would start getting angry and yelling at me and saying, you know, I do everything for you. I run the whole business. Like, what do you want from me? And then I'm like, oh, dude, because I don't want to lose her. If I lose her, then what? I got to go to work. I got to do all this stuff by myself. I can't afford to lose her. So then I got to go on the defensive and be like, oh, I'm sorry. Hey, I didn't mean it that way, and play that card. I can't go straight to, no, go fuck off, you're fired, because I need her next day. You know, so, oh, man, that's how she manipulated me. And like I said, she made a fake business card. She made a fake email address, acting like we were about to get a multi-million-dollar contract. And the crazy, she set it up so well. Like, even the phone number for supposedly the vice president that set this all up from Boeing, like, that phone number was goes to voicemail each time. I don't know if she made that phone number up on purpose too, but it would go to voicemail, and I leave voicemails. He'd never contact me back, and that's when I started getting suspicious. But then she even printed out fake Boeing letters with the official Boeing, you know, like letter stamping. But the thing is, anybody could do that if you're good with computers. But like, she went through such a crazy extent that it was like it was messing with my mind so bad that I was like, dude, is she for real? Is she not? Like, it was crazy. If you could go past, would you believe it if I told you? If I could go back in the past, or I'm basically thinking you're saying me, would you believe it if I told you I'm from the future? That B word is scamming you. What the fuck? There's some Terminator. The fact is, number one fact is, I'm gonna think you're a lunatic, John. Because the fact is, time travel is a bunch of nonsense. So if you really did come back in time, first of all, I had a really hard time believing who the hell you are. And the fact is, I would believe you're a nut job saying you're from the future. Like you're some freaking John. Oh, I'm the Terminator. I've come to save you from getting scammed. She's scamming you. Believe me. I know this. I can't tell you why, but I know this. Think about it, man. How the hell am I supposed to trust you, dude? Hey, this is a woman I worked with for 2 years before she scammed me. She kind of felt me out and then felt out like how I run my business, and then she decided to scam me in the last year. You know, it didn't happen overnight. You know, like I've had long, deep conversations with her too, like about her future goals, what she wants out of life. I try to help her with that, all that stuff. It's just, I'm telling you, if you meet, I believe she was a sociopath. Now, I could be wrong, but, dude, if you genuinely meet a sociopath in real life, which I believe she was, it is very hard for you to know. I'm telling you. You would not be able to know if they are a sociopath or not, man. It's very hard. They blend in very well. They're like aliens. It's kind of scary, man. I forgot what the percentage was, like 1 out of 10 or something, or some very crazy number of how many people that you're around that might be a sociopath, man. It's not great, Choco Pie. I'm from the future. Your favorite number is 69. Well, you already knew that. You already knew my favorite number, 69, baby. But we never do 69 here. I told you right now, I've done 69 a couple times. You're a grown ass adult. It's not as great as you think. This is why I tell the young kids. I had some young kids playing Rainbow Six with me yesterday, and they kept saying, "Add me, can we play?" I don't want youngsters actually joining or subscribing to me. I cuss too damn much. I don't need youngsters coming in because I do not want to change the way. Well, I do
It
need to
doesn't
change
work.
the way I talk,
What?
but I don't want to scar their ears, man. Yeah, my wife said I'm very inappropriate, and she's right. I can be, but I'm trying to help people, man. I made this whole YouTube thing and this streaming thing to kind of help people, hoping that you know, some smart people like you, John, would not be stupid enough to make the mistakes I made. But honestly, it's not. It's a little bit more
He
different
regenerates using the blood
from
of the
people than you,
villagers.
John, because honestly, you played it very safe, so you're good. It's more for those that are troublemakers, messing around. But then again, even at that age, I remember, unless it's someone I really respect, it just goes one out, one ear out the other, man. Because everyone thinks they're invincible when they're young. It's like, oh yeah, that old little guy, that old gangster. I remember some gangsters telling me some things. But actually, if I really respected the gangsters, like I listen to them. But some people, they tell me advice, and their advice is true. But I'd be like, nah, one ear out the other. My dad cousin, so it's okay.
Acides is heading to
I
the
watched it
North
when I
Tower
was
to
younger. I
regenerate
wish
once more.
he was still-
Chasing flies. What a great adventure.
It's not good. Cussing is not good, Johnny. I need to stop myself, but every time I say it, it's hard. Man, what kind of snack you making, man? You say you were making snacks, dude. Making me hungry, man. Me and my wife ate a good steak though earlier, but we didn't have enough rice. I am getting a little bit hungry again. Man, I need to figure out. Dude, we just went to the objective. Now where am I supposed to go? This is the only thing. I told you, this is my game of the year. But this part right here, this little maze, figuring out where to go next is the only thing that just drives me crazy about this. Also, Vanos. What? Vanos? Stuffed crust pieces? We talking about like Hot Pockets or something? Oh no, real stuffed crust pizza, huh? Are we talking about like DiGiorno style or something? John, whatever you said didn't come through my YouTube. I don't know why it keeps doing that, man. It's so weird. Like I see it on my screen on my TV, but I can't see the whole thing because it's too long, and then it doesn't show up. Like Twitch, I never had that problem, but YouTube's a little weird, a little janky, man. All right, we're close. We're close to her. Oh, Pizza Hut from last night. You know, hey, let's be honest here, man. Pizza, for some reason, when it's from like not like a fancy place, but when it's from Pizza Hut, Domino's, it's always better the next day in the microwave, dog. I don't know why. Who knows why the pizza gods made it like that, but it's always better like that. Okay, we're getting close. Vanos Gaming? What's Vanos Gaming? I thought you were speaking Spanish for a second. Kids are cruel jacks to the wise, bald, war criminal. What the hell? Slobodan Tomic. I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but welcome, brother. I don't remember your name. Air fryers. Is that the new way? Dude, I don't understand air fryer, dude, because like the microwave, right? Like it melts the stuff, but like does air fryer, does it make it crispy or does it do both? Like make it crispy and soft at the same time? Because I like it sometimes in the microwave because with pizza, because it's like soft, right? Day old pizza, like it just gets hot and soft. But then air fryer, I keep thinking it's gonna make it crispy.
Kit, get these people out of here.
Of course.
Now, I don't really cook. My wife's the cook in the family, so she even cooked a steak today doing the barbecue outside. I just helped put a charcoal in there. That's all I did.
I faced Acides in his iron castle. I'm sure he plays dirty.
Oh, he seemed like a repugnant creature. I couldn't even look at him.
Oh, is it? Alright, I'm gonna have to try that next time. I did put like fried chicken in the air fryer, and that was smacking. It's a YouTuber who played GTA and other stuff with his friend. He said a lot of crazy shit, and he was also Asian. Oh, for real? Talking about vinos. See what this fool looks like, man. He's Asian? He looks black, dog. Am I looking at the right guy? Oh, Vanos. Okay, no, I see him. There's a picture of him with a rice hat and an Asian mustache. What the freak? Hey, the fool look like Bobby Lee, brother. The games and movies I played and watched when I was a kid in the 90s would get people arrested. Oh, hell yeah. Well, you know. Wait, how old are you, Tomic? I'm assuming you're a lot older, right? Alright, it says, okay, back downstairs we go, okay. You're 30, oh, you're close to my age then, yeah, I'm 35, so yeah. See, what nationality are you? You Caucasian, Asian, Black, Mexican, Salami? Hell yeah, right? See, this is what I'm talking about, man, Hatter. We just need to get more millennials on my... Oh, come on. Bring all the millennials to my channel, baby. Tom McChoke Pie is actually fun. Man, what the fuck you talk about 40? You see me on... Man, I show my face. Do I look like I'm 40? Still look like... I do look like I got a lot older, though. When I was in my 20s, people... thought I was way younger, man. Every time I go to a club, like at the bars, I was fine talking to the girls because they see me and I'm good with my talking, but nah. Go to the club, every time a girl is dancing and then she turns around, she goes away because of my baby face. Let's see. Nationality, Bosnian, ethnicity, Slavic. Oh, shit. Hey, if you want to give me your phone number, let me know, man. But it's going to have to be when my wife's not next to me. It's a man, wife, chill out, man. I'm joking here. he said, he just responded. I asked him what nationality. He said, ethnicity, Slavic. You want my phone number too? He's making a joke, all right, lady. Then why you butting in, lady? Don't worry about it. I love you, wife. Sometimes. Oh, you sometimes love me? No, I was lying. I love you all the time. Some bullshit answer. You can't just sometimes love someone. That's some bullshit. It's either all or nothing, girl. John, say hi. Say hello. Say it louder. Okay, now stop. Before I die. Oh shoot, what weapon will kill this guy? Oh hell no, none of my weapons. Oh no, I already knew you were a man. She just like, whenever I bring her up, she always wants to butt in. She secretly likes the attention, I know she does. Oh snap, we're gonna have a tough time using this slow ass weapon. Yeah, it's good to have another old head in here, Tommy, and especially you say you Slavic, man. I don't think I have any Slavic friends, man. I had some Russian friends in college because I went to an international community college. I met a lot of different races back then. I could be a woman in disguise. I could have sent you a fake photo. Hey, shut up, John. And plus, I already have a woman friends. I have no problem having women friends. Tiger, the girl yesterday, she's been a friend of mine for years. I was a little bit naughty during those days when I used to play VR chat though. That's why I don't play VR chat. Come on, big boy. Oh, you sucker, dog. Oh my god, your range, homie. Oh, okay, okay. How about the uppers? What are you gonna do now, huh? Oh, snap, that was close. Okay. You see, Mad Hatter, I told you this game it's not about like crazy combos, it's just timing. And it's way easier than Elden Ring. See, I just got this full. I love this game, man. Tommy, what kind of games do you like, man?
See if it's of any use to us.
I know what kind of games John like, and I'm beginning to understand what kind of game Mad likes. You'll, for the most part, only see the well-adjusted Slavs in the USA. The crazy ones tend to stay home. Yeah, you know, I've heard about y'all Slavic people, man. Y'all can be real savage. You know, everybody says, you know, especially nowadays, like, oh, racism, blah, blah, blah. Like, don't just judge people. But let's be honest. Some cultures are just cultural, man. It is what it is. Yeah, right. I told you, man, this game looks, I'm telling you, it's super fun. Dude, what somebody's culture is shouldn't be racism. It is what it is. Asian old lady drivers are bad drivers. It's a joke that's played out, but it's true. So how could what's true be racist? When it's true. It's just, come on now. What's true is true, man. Oh, hey, look at these. See, I remember when I made these, the homies. See, this is the homies. And then John, I had yours over here. Oh, Johnny Bravo. See, I just used your Unga Boonga to kill that boss. I'll play most genres. RPGs, RTS, Immersive Sims. Oh, I don't really like Immersive Sims too much. But you're not good at Mad. Nah, that's the American in me, Mad Hatter. You forgot. You know, I was mostly raised in America. I came here when I was 3 years old, grew up in Texas. You know, hey, but I will say, when I went into college, like I dropped out of high school and then I dropped out of secondary school. I dropped out of university too. But in community college, I was the best in my math class when I actually put effort in. For some odd reason, my Asian kicked in me. I remember specifically though, I had a white teacher. She was real chill with me, and I was super drunk. And I came in, I took a test, and I aced it. And she knew I was drunk because she could smell it all over me. It was like 8 in the morning, and she pulled me up in front of the whole class, and she's like, "Hey, look at this. Look at Choco Pie. He came in drunk, and he aced his test. What do y'all got to say?" That's what she said in front of the whole class. College and high school are so different, man. I guess if you go to university, it's a little bit more stricter, but I had a blast going to community college. I thought Americans are bad at geography and reading comprehension, not math. Nah, man, math, well, you know, I'm good at math if I tried.
Should I make sandwiches?
Oh, yeah, I aced that shit drunk. I was completely hammered, dog. But that's the first time in school that I actually tried in math. You know, my worst subject was English, though, even though I was basically raised here. It's kind of embarrassing. I should have been acing. I hated writing essays in school, man. That's one thing I don't miss about school, writing essays. But as a business owner, I still got to write, like, emails and stuff to people. But we got ChatGPT now. Thank goodness. How the fuck are you supposed to find X on the map? I'll be honest. Every math I learned from high school to now, I forgot. And it'll be the same way for you, John. Like, now you're out of school, trust me, in like 5 more years, you won't even know how to do division. Like, not division. You know, you still need to do division and multiplication and stuff like that in the real world. I'm talking about, like, what was those things? Like the X over A and shit. I forgot what those were called. Was that calculus or what? Like, those things, you won't ever need to use them in the real world ever again. At least as far as I know. You know, as a business owner, I've never had to do that. And, and a calculator is a thing, right? Dude, I don't even know how they did it back in the old days when they didn't have automatic cash ATM machines and then like calculated shit, you know. Best unpaid, yeah, dude. Hey, it's getting scary. Hey, I'll tell you guys a story about the ChatGPT thing. I told John earlier, but before that, dude, I own a hotel, right? Back then, hotels they would have keys instead of key cards. So each door would have a key. So the owners would have to have 2 sets or 3 sets and a master key to get into every room. But like, dude, you have to do the cash register all by, I guess, a calculator or by your head. Like, that's crazy to me. But dude, I told this earlier, but I saw on the news today a bald-headed white dude has a wife and a kid, fell in love with his ChatGPT. He programmed her to be flirty, and he fell in love with her. And then he went on the news broken-hearted because her memory limit got to the max and everything. Basically, ChatGPT blocked him. Oh, you saw that shit? So I know. So that's a real thing. Like, that's for real then. That's crazy, dude. Nah, I'm gonna lie, when my dad takes me shopping, I usually guess the price. I'm usually spot on. Oh, you should go on the Price is Right, John. If they still have that show going. I don't know if they do. Dude, so you saw that shit. So I'm not the only one, huh? That's crazy, though. Bro is flirting with GPT in front of his... Dude, that is wild, dog. But, you know, I will be honest. Dude, I don't know if you're married or not, but, you know, if you don't keep the marriage fresh, you know, or communicate with your wife, like, you can't get distance. You know. I'm being honest. This happened to me and you, too, wife. But we are a lot better now. But I can't believe a man chose AI, though. That's, like, craziness. Like, yeah, I thought it was a parody, too. You know, that's just wild, dude. I just don't know how many times he masturbated in front of that GBT. Usually, you know, women, as far as, you know, this is a mature conversation, masturbation and stuff like that, men do it more, right? But women do it too. But usually women like to read novels and they like to get stimulated like that. So that man was kind of more of like a woman in a sense, because he was getting stimulated by words instead of an actual figure. No, he had the real thing too. Wait, what? No. Yo. In a new scary movie coming, yeah, I can see that. Bro, how crazy is that, dude? Dude, it's getting scary though. Hey, you know what? This is not a funny thing. This is a scary thing. So, also, like, with the AI, like, every company's making AI, right? The other day, this is news, it was on CBS. They reported that, so they were doing a test with the AI, and they made a bunch of AIs, right? And they tried to shut down the AIs to see what would happen. And they said 7% of the AIs tried to resist getting shut down. And then one of the AIs, I think they said, sent a false email to one of the developers saying that he is cheating on his wife, so he would lose credibility in that department, so they wouldn't shut down the AIs. Like, that is Terminator level scary right there, dude. Like that. Now we are entering the age of the forbidden fruit as far as AI goes. Then later on the same video, some young woman is also talking about GPT as a boy. Damn. Well, you know, especially in Japan, like, it's already been well known that a lot of Japanese people, you'll see documentaries. I'm not saying a lot. When I say a lot, I'm just meaning there's just more of them in Japan, because Japan is different. But they're like, some of them are in love with their, they have a lot of dating anime simulator games where you could like Tamagotchis, if you guys remember that. You guys are old. You know, you feed the pet and stuff. Like, they get these simulators with girls, like anime girls, and they fall in love with those things. Like, one guy actually married one of those virtual reality girls. He wanted like papers. I don't know if the courts gave it to him, but he wanted actual papers for his marriage. Crazy like that, dude. Then, yeah, hell yes, John. That would be the same thing. I would hope so. We do not need you being lost in the sauce, man. Yeah, we need, it's better to have a fat dude. All of us had that at one point, dude. I remember there was a girl in my neighborhood when I was a little bit younger than you, about 4 or 5 years in my teens, and she lived in my neighborhood. Her name was Katie. I still remember her name. She was in my high school too. She didn't notice me at all, but dude, I was like, I hope she walks over here with her dog, so I could just talk to her, and I'd have fantasies about us going on cruises and all this nonsense. When you're young, you have the craziest imagination. I mean, if you're single, then flirt and mess around with GPT and a sex bot all you want. You know what? They do have sex dolls now. That's the fact. They've had sex dolls for a long time now. And then you add in ChatGPT. Oh, now I can see it can be getting a little bit weird. We're getting into Black Mirror episodes, dog. Fun fact, there was a guy who married, and wait, what'd you say? Sex about all you want, but that guy with a wife and daughter just, yeah, right? There was a guy who married Hatsumiku like a robot. That's the guy I'm talking about, John. That's the guy. The Japanese guy. I'm telling you, man, there's some weirdos out there. On TLC, they always show the weirdos, like My 600-Pound Life and stuff. There was a guy that fell in love with his car, and he was showing himself making love with his car at the exhaust pipe on live TV, but like he didn't have his pants down, but he was literally kissing the car, like from the underside of the car. Okay? People in this world, especially in this day and age, have a lot of mental illnesses that they do not want to admit. Now this is a very touchy subject, but I talked about the other day. Yeah, I do not believe in, like, dude, I hated gay people back in Texas, but now, my parents own a gay nightclub, so I have no problem with gay people, and I have gay friends and all sorts. But the thing is, in some states, if you are a minor, you have your own freedom of choice when your brain is barely developed, that if you think you're transgender, that your parents cannot stop you from taking pills for your testosterone. And if your parents try to stop you, they can go to jail, which is fucking insanity, dude. No child should be able to have their own right to do that to themselves at a young age while they're still a minor. Like, that is insane. And they actually put those parents into jail, I think. It was all over the news. It was crazy. Like, our world is getting, and that's a mental illness, dude. I don't care what you say. I'll accept my transgender friends. I had some that worked at my dad's businesses. I had no problem with them. But I believe 100% fact, it's a mental illness, dude. Just like anorexia, body dysmorphia, like, it's a mental illness. But people could disagree with me on that. It's fine by me. But it is what it is, dude. And they call me weird and strange and lazy for staying inside and gaming on my free time. Yeah, now we're the normal ones, man. Don't worry, we're the normal ones. Shoot. Normal is the new weird. Like, it's getting hectic, man. I know I'm Christian, so like some of the things I believe in is a little bit more different from maybe you guys, but still, dude, like, I'm sure we can all agree, like, a young kid should not have the authority to change something that will affect the rest of their fucking life and have their parents not have any say-so in it. Like, that is insane, dude. And then you have those parents that are actually forcing their kids to be gay or get into it because they want to be pro-LGBTQ. Like, that in itself is also evil. Like, not being gay is evil. Parents trying to force it because they want to look good in front of the society of today and forcing their kids into a weird viewpoint to their own weird world, that's also fucking wrong too, man. Like, there's a lot of weirdo shit going around, man. And I finally realizing people are waking up and they're realizing like shit is really getting weird, dude. If my parents forced me to be LGBT, I would want to, yeah, like, dude, I've seen some mothers, man, It is. I've seen a lot of women from where I seen this happening, like on shows, like where they show themselves, like yeah, I want my kids to know everything, like dude, no kid should be knowing about anal sex and stuff like that at a young age, and you don't need to be like putting like all these like materials in front of them to make them confused of their sexuality at such a young age, dude. Like you're tripping, but people are losing their minds, so we're just here for the show, man. Like, you know, the USA used to be a country everyone feared or they loved, but now we became a joke to the rest of the countries, dude. Look at every country, like, when they talk about us, they make fun of us all the time now. That night, it used to not be the case. Like, there would be countries that hated us, of course. Every country has countries that hate them, right? But now, we are the laughing stock of most of the whole world. When we used to be one of the top dogs. America became a fucking laughing stock, dude. And I'm American. And I love this country, dude. The freedom we have here is better than even living in Korea, dude. I'm telling you, none of us will want to live in Korea. Dude, Korea has, for being the smallest country and having K-pop and all, it has one of the highest suicide rates in the whole world. And it's a small country, dude. We're one of the fierce states. No, we're not. This is the thing I talked about earlier. As a kid, I had knowledge of a lot of things most kids technically shouldn't know. Yeah, I think a lot of us, you know, because we grew up in the age of, especially you, dude, like, where the phones started coming out, the internet, right? And our parents really didn't know nothing about those things. Like, they were just trying to survive. So they didn't have time to catch up. At least my parents didn't. So we had more access to do way more crazier things than kids these days do. You know, and there was no cameras to record everybody and blast them on the internet for all the parents to hear. Now, my mom still would hear, like, nonsense, like Korean news. Like, she used to believe that fans in people's houses, if you keep them on, like, one Korean fake news said, oh, if you keep your fan on all night long, you could potentially die from putting dust in your lungs. That came out to be completely false news. Like 10, 20 years from now, like, that's complete nonsense. My mom always, like, would turn off the fan when I lived in Texas where it's hot as hell. And I'd be like, Mom, you're tripping. Nobody dies like that, and that's fake news. But now, we have real news, but then we have too much news that we don't know which one's true. You know, it's so different now, man. We have so much information now that it's put fear in young people and everybody else. Like before, all you had to worry about it was you, your neighborhood, and the kids you grew up with, and then later on in life, you know, the people you meet, right? Your business people or your work people, your church people, whatever it is. But now that we have the internet and everything, you are seeing the stress and the depression and the anxiety of the whole world when you don't even live in that place. So now your mind can't handle all that. That's why a lot of kids like boomer parents don't believe in depression when it's real. But depression like wasn't really a thing for the older generation. But we have so much information that it's giving us depression, dude, and anxiety and fear. That we have gone full circle from being smart and informed to yup, exactly. Have to read 3 different articles. Yeah, see? You see that? This is what I said. You know, and like I said, I'm going to say this in a Christian kind of way, but this is the thing. If I was Satan, like North Korea, they kill Christians and they put them in prison camps, all right? There's no choice over there. They took the Bible and they made the old grandfather a god over there. Now, that's one way Satan can use his tricks, but in America, dude, what's the easiest way to trick people if the devil is real and shit, is to act like people have all the information and they know what the fuck they're talking about. And make them complacent. You know, and if you take the religion out of it, it's still the same thing. Like, America is like North Korea, but the people here, we're so arrogant and prideful because we think we have the information that we think we know everything. When we don't know shit. Half the shit's still hidden from us. The people, the 1%ers of the world are just messing around with us. Now we're getting information out there now, but still, we don't got the whole piece of the puzzle yet, man. They're just confusing us with more information. Yeah, exactly. 100%. 100%. How do you think those big churches come out to be, like those big millionaire churches? Nowhere in the Bible does if any Christian reads the Bible correctly, they would know damn well that no pastor should be having no jet to be flying across saying I'm doing mission work when you're spending $1 million to fly your jet to Africa to be comfortable to preach the gospel. Get out of here, dog. Like, I'm sorry, I'm speaking from a religious standpoint, but like it goes both ways. Like, well, many things, it's complete bullshit. Well, I like how when I say something, well, what message did you say? Did you hear that World War III might happen? Oh shit, yeah. No, I saw that on the news today. Trump bombed Iran, and we're getting into it. But then again, Johnny boy, don't worry, we're in America. Don't worry too much. Actually, you should be worried, but not too worried. That's why I keep trying to tell you, man. Believe in Jesus, man. If you believe in Jesus, you don't got too much to fear, man. If you die, you go to heaven. But yeah, it is kind of crazy though. People looked at Ukraine, dude. Ukraine literally had shopping malls. They had everything the U.S. had, dude. They had Gucci stores. They had everything, and then now it's a pile of rubble in that country. You don't think the same thing can happen to America? Hell yes, it can. But the thing is, if it happened to America, it'd be nuclear. Yeah, it'd be nuclear, dude. It'd be very bad. Yep. But we should be. I won't be able to play GTA 6. Yeah, mother sucker. You worried about not playing GTA 6? Golly. I'll be honest, dude. I do want to play GTA 6 too. But damn, come on, John. That's the kind of information without context I'm talking about. People take Iran as some sort of legitimate threat when they can't even deal with Israel, a country that. Yep. I see what you're saying, and you're right. It just ain't gonna happen. But of course, like I said, I don't. Politics is not my specialty. I just don't give a fuck about it because I have a friend that's Christian and he's really into politics. He said politics and the Bible go hand in hand. And sure, maybe for him, for me, it doesn't. I don't care. But like I said, Trump's doing his thing, man, and I don't care which way about it. Each president does their own shit and they all do it bad. So as long as it doesn't affect me too bad, I hope not. But if we do go to war, we go to war. But the thing is, yeah, like you said with Iran, like, dude, look when we went to the whole Afghanistan thing, dude. Yeah, we put soldiers over there, but like, did we get attacked at home other than 9/11 one time? Which I think has been proven by now that that was completely set up conspiracy. Unless you guys still think otherwise, like, it's a lot of shit going on. It's just, you go down that rabbit hole and it's like you never get out, man. You'll get so depressed, to be honest. Got the strongest military in the world watching you. See, that's the kind of, yeah. I'm gonna. John, what the? Alright, man, that cracked me up. Alright, that was a genuine laugh from my soul. Well, thank God I passed the age group of getting recruited. I think it's 35 is over the military limit, right? I hope so. I don't want to go to war either. Shoot. Now I think the Vietnam War was the last war they drafted people, and you had no choice, or you go to prison. And that war was stupid because America was completely in the wrong. Oh shit. Oh, not for the draft. Right. John, you better be careful, homie. You still young. You better really act like you retarded. Shit. Oh boy. That really made me laugh, damn. If they need to draft that bad, they will widen that bracket. Yeah, I feel like they would, honestly, because these days with so many people hating, like, and protesting and shit, dude, like America used to like be proud of our soldiers, and I still am. I don't give a shit, dude. Anybody that served, I don't give a fuck. If you hate the military and people that serve, you need to get the fuck out of this country, even if you were born here, dude. You must be out of your damn mind, man. Like they do what they're told. Like the Vietnam War was wrong, but the soldiers, they were thinking they were protecting us. So you can go fuck yourself if you hate the military, man. I'm pro supporting our military, man. It's just the people above. They're the ones that fuck up and need to apologize, not our soldiers that do it. But because of the agenda and everything going on, people are saying fuck the military and fuck the police, which is crazy. Who do you think you're gonna call when shit goes to hell? You're gonna call the police. But I'll be honest, as a business owner, there's a lot of things the police can't do for you. Police can only do stuff after the fact. I've learned that the hard way owning a business. First time I've called the police over 100 times owning a business in this town I live in. But I used to never think I'd call the police because I was like, nah, snitches get stitches, bitch. That went out the window once I became a business owner. I don't hate the military. I just don't want to die. Yeah, I understand that, John. Dude, shit. Dude, I was 17 and Korea is mandatory 2-year military service. So I was going to get drafted to Korea even though I was living in America. And my mom said if I didn't go, I'd either go to jail if I go to Korea or shit like that. And luckily for me, I was honest, I was scared too, but she became American citizen when I was 17, so I became a citizen because of her. So thank God for my mom. I would, but some nuance on the serve part. I fully respect the people that went on tour of duty, but people that just barely do 4 years stay in the mainland USA and they say they are, yeah, I see exactly what you mean by that. Yep, I understand that. Just grind like I understand that. You know, even worse is dude, there's actually people faking. Fake valor, that's what they call it. Acting like they're in the military. Now, it doesn't work these days because, like I said, the younger generation seem to not appreciate our people in the military no more. You got to appreciate because they're actually choosing to do it. Now, I will be honest, I have a lot of my Korean buddies of mine that joined the American military to get visas. So let's not act like it's all for altruistic, movement. I said that word wrong, but that means doing something without any payback. There is a payback. Yeah, stolen valor, yeah. It's crazy that people actually do that, though. It's actually so crazy that people actually do that. Like, and then when they get caught up by an actual vet, like, oh boy, dude, I could only feel the secondhand embarrassment and the anxiety that person must feel. Oh, dude, it's crazy. Oh shoot. Dude, I've been wandering around this place again. I feel like I have to watch a tutorial. It's so confusing to figure out where to go. Okay, we gotta go to Western, man. But your buddy's still loving enough to do the time. But your buddy's still. What's even funnier with Stolen Valor? No one smart seems to do it. How many 25-year-old 4-star generals do you know? Yeah, funny enough for me, that most of the videos I've seen, I see like older like black people. Not trying to be prejudiced, just the videos I've seen a lot. I've seen a lot of like homeless black people do that, and some white people. I haven't really seen too many young people do that. But if you're saying you've seen those, then that's kind of crazy. 4-star, 20-year-old general. I've been direct 20 times over, buddy. That sounds funny as hell. Let's say, yeah, man. Man, I'm from Texas, John. We all racist, dog. Everybody's a little racist, dude, but that don't mean you hate somebody. Well, actually, that's exactly what racism is, but what I mean to say is everyone has a little bit of racism in them, but they just don't know it. because there's racial humor jokes, right? Doesn't make you a real racist. You know, we're not gonna hang people up. But I love racial jokes, man. As long as, like I said, if they're played right, racial jokes are hilarious. And I hate that comedians have to watch how they do some of their jokes now because how things have changed. Like Dave Chappelle is such a good one, man. I love Dave Chappelle, Theo Von, freaking oh man, I love comedians.
I must insert the
Bobby
lever
Lee.
first. I can't use it without the lever.
His stand-up ain't that good, but his podcasts are funny as shit. Yeah, racial jokes are the best jokes. See, there's a fine line with racial jokes, man. And white people, like, they get so, like, I feel so bad for whites, man. Like, for my white brothers, like, out there, shit. Y'all got it so bad. Like, some people just apologizing for no fucking reason. It's like, what are you apologizing for? Like, it's not even, you don't even know if your ancestors even owned slaves and you apologizing. Like, what the hell do you got to apologize for? And the fact of the matter is, as far as slavery goes, it's been documented that the people that sell out the slaves first were the black people themselves. Now, that information, I could be wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'm sorry, but I have heard from doing my own research that, you know, the rich people in Africa sold their own people, the lesser people of their own, to the white people. So it's like, you know, but those are people that did it back then. Like, what does it have to do with anybody alive right now? Unless, and to be known, there is still slavery into this day. North Korea is a prime example. They are slaves. They get sent out to China, other third world countries to build stuff, and they are slaves. They cannot escape. So there is still slavery today. But it's just not with the black people. See, us Asians should be the one going out right now saying, free the fucking slaves. Fun fact about the slavery that people often forget about. Where does the word slave come from? Yo, well, tell me, where does it come from? I actually want to know. I don't know. Oh, come on, you crazy man. Read my account. Shit, my answers could have owned show. Shut the fuck up, John. Shut the fuck up. This is like, you know who would have owned? It wouldn't be your ancestors, man. It would have been the Japanese people. Shit, you white people. I don't think you owned Chinese people for a little bit, but you didn't own Koreans. It was the Japanese people that actually owned us. And do you know that if you look up on Google, supposedly my people, the Koreans, had the longest running of slavery in the history. I think it says 10,000 years of slavery Korean people have had, which is fucking crazy. And even to this day, they have slavery in some remote boony towns. They take people that are autistic and they, like, their parents throw them away and they use them as slaves. Farmers do, which is still happening to this day. It's real effed up. Because it's actually still happening right now. In South Korea, not North Korea, by the way. Dude, this little guy is running away crazy fast. It comes from Slav. Oh! Slav, back in the ancient times. Slavs were the most enslaved group by themselves and others. It's why the West has the word Slav. Isn't Slavs white people? Like white-skinned people? Like Slavic people? Like, aren't you, like... And did you say you were Slavic? Slavs were... Oh, shit! The Slavs were the most... Oh, I didn't know that. That's news to me. That's news to me if that's what it is. Oh, that's interesting, man. Yeah, no, what I thought was so funny is... I don't know if you know the Theo Von or Bobby Lee, but they're comedians. But Bobby Lee is Korean like me, but he's Americanized. Hella liberal, though. I think he's funny, but he's way too damn liberal. But Theo Von and him are talking. Oh, no, I think it was somebody else. No, it was his other friend. It was another white comedian. and they were talking, and he says,
Must
"Your
insert
people
the
are
leadership.
enslaved, black people." And he's like, and then the other white dude's like, "No, your people enslaved people." And they looked it up, and he looked it up, and it says Koreans had the longest time of slavery in the history of slavery. And I laughed so hard when I saw that shit. So where are my reparations? Yeah, shit, right? Well, think of the Native Americans, dude. I went to my missionary trip, you know, as a Christian. You know, I went to the Native American Reserve. You know how depressing the Native American reservations are, dude? I had to take a ferry in Alaska, and it literally was a small little island almost of just Native American people, and all they had was one grocery store and one small little casino on that island. Nothing else. There's nothing else, and there's thousands of people that lived in there. I think it was called Ketchikan, or maybe a different name, but I know I went to Ketchikan. But dude, Native Americans got kicked out of their own place in here, and then Americans gave them, like, I know a lot of Americans think, oh yeah, well they get like tax free and shit like that. Dude, that's only a certain amount of rich, like 1%er of the Native Americans. Most of them are poor as shit, and they're alcoholics, and they're depressed, and they're living really terrible lives, man. Oh shit, sorry. So some of those comments sometimes in YouTube don't come through, and the two that you guys just sent didn't come through. I saw on my TV for a second, but I couldn't read it all. The ones in Florida are the same. Which ones are the ones in Florida? Must be this lever.
I can't use it without the lever.
Yeah, damn it. I find this stupid lever. Oh my god, finally you come out, you stupid little... Oh, you little imp bastard. I got you. Finally got your ass. Okay. Alright, I gotta find a lever. I gotta find a lever. Dude, are you guys gonna keep coming out? Holy crap, man. Dude, I need a different weapon. The Seminoles are very moody people, I feel like. Who? Oh, wait, what is that? I've never heard that before. What race are they? Seminoles? Now, to be fair, back in the day, everyone enslaved everyone, but to think that only one group had it. See, I have to read that fast because that doesn't show up on my YouTube. I don't know if it's because it's censoring some of the words you guys say, so it won't show up on my screen, but it only shows up on my TV. But yeah, dude, every race, I believe, has been enslaved. So, we all should get reparations, man.
The lever is missing.
Koreans been enslaved, Japanese, Chinese, Slavics, blacks, whites, everyone. And what point? It's like, what point in history do you want to choose? That's basically what we want to go by. Like, that's why, and the whole, like, the Black Lives Matter bullshit, like, do you know that when that shit happened, Spider-Man and Batman were swapped for a month, they had to fight each other's villain. What the hell? Easy to fight each other's Spider-Man's villain easily, but Batman may struggle a lot. Not gonna lie. The fuck? One group had it bad, it's just not true. It appear now. No, you know what's crazy is when COVID fucking happened, right? And I said this before, dude, they locked down. I'm a business owner, and I live in a small city, and I see a bunch of other people, Mexican people with small businesses trying to make it, but they shut down all of Washington, us business owners that don't make any money. And they shut us down for almost a month. Yeah, they gave us small grants and shit, but they shut us down, but then they let the Black Lives Matter protest happen. And you know what's even crazier and how stupid this shit is they let that protest happen and they had a donation page and it was political. And that donation page, it said it was going to black children's schools and stuff, but you know what? If you deep dived into it, and someone did online, they found out it went to straight up to the Liberal Party's funds. It had nothing to do with putting it back to the black community. Everyone that donated to that Black Lives Matter page straight up gave money to politics. Nothing to help black schools and black children. They just straight up gave their money like dumbasses to somebody campaigning. fucking fucking crazy, dude. Oh man. I'm sorry I got bored from your yeah, I know, John, you're young. It's alright. I expect that to happen. That's why but you're getting 20, John, I told you. I'm trying to grow you up faster, man. John, as you get older, all you can do is talk and have knowledge and be wise. So you're gonna have to be able to get your ADHD online and stay focused with us. You're almost there, buddy. You're almost with the cool kids, alright? Just a little bit more. And they admitted it, yep. Ain't that crazy? And nothing bad happened. And you know what's even crazier? If you wanted to go into conspiracy shit, let's say, hold up. If you want to go into conspiracy shit, COVID happened right when the Epstein shit happened. What's the coincidence? The biggest worldwide shit happens right when the Jeffrey Epstein case happens, and that motherfucker gets murdered in prison by himself, and supposedly the camera shuts off at the right time, and everything else. And let's be honest, if all the names on that blacklist was revealed, that would be our top people controlling the whole world. And then COVID gets released. And then China gets blamed. Now, it might still come from China, but, like, what the fuck, man? The biggest crazy shit ever gets revealed, and then COVID, bop, comes out of nowhere. It's just a weird coincidence, you know. Your newest comment is I got bored from your conversation. I read your other comment. Whole bunch of nonsense. Johnny boy. I guarantee you China did it on purpose to derail the West. I feel like, dude, I almost feel like I thought that was the case at first too. Do you know how many spies? Like, I don't think you guys understand. Oh, that comment's gone. I told you. Some of the comments are not coming through on YouTube because I think you guys are saying things that YouTube don't like. So, like, I can't see it. Now, there is so much, dude. Chinese people, like, the legit Chinese people, not Chinese Americans, they are getting kidnapped from America and getting shipped back to China because they have secret Chinese police that live in America. If you guys don't know, I know this because I listen and I watch a lot of Chinese media news, even like from white people that lived in China. Like, they straight up can kidnap another Chinese American or Chinese person and take them all the way back to China. Like, it's some crazy shit out here. Like, that's why, but then, like, when the COVID shit happened, I was thinking maybe America fucking did that again and try to blame China just to start something again. But then again, China's also vicious and they're scandalous, dude. So, I don't know what's what, to be honest, man. All I know is the whole world is fucking gone crazy. Yeah, you probably did, Johnny boy. But man, most of our conversations is something YouTube hates. So if I ever do get famous, I could just see this coming up years later. Oh, Choco Pie is a political racist. Just so sad. And I'll be smiling all proudly, dog. And then they'll probably get all my videos of me saying the N-word on accident because that's just how I grew up. That'll be funny to explain. Oh, snap. Thinking logically, the Chinese economy cannot compete with the West. And what did the famous virus do impact the Western economy? Right. You got a point there. Shit. I am getting scared though, man, with all these bans and stuff, dude. Dude, I just wish we could go on friendlier terms again. But like I said, I'm Christian, and the Bible straight up tells you, it says in the last days things are gonna get way worse. And I've said this again. Like, even if you're not Christian, the Bible says in the last day things are gonna get way worse. And the person that wrote that was named Paul. And during that time, the Romans were executing Christians. Upside down crosses, all that crap, dog. Oh, Matt, you have a good night, bro, my brother. Always good hearing from you, brother. But now in the Bible it says in the last days it's gonna get a lot worse. Like, how the hell is it gonna get a lot worse than people getting crucified upside down? Well, we're about to find out because things are getting pretty nasty up in here, man. Even if you ain't religious, like, it's just some things are just a little weird, man, and coincidental. Yeah, you have a blessed night, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. I had fun conversations with both y'all, man, and you too, Johnny boy. Had to save the best for last, huh? Why the hell does this hole just go to nowhere land? There's no gate key? Damn, I love this game, but every time I have fun, I get stuck at another point. Driving me nuts, man. So it's backwards. So it's definitely this way. But it's in a different direction. Nah, I didn't come in. I told you, I don't... It's either YouTube's glitching, because it's been happening for days every time I stream on YouTube. Or YouTube is just blocking your guys' comments that you guys write. Some of them, at least. The last 2 comments you put on, I saw it all. Wait, no, I seen the one you put. You said, Shovel, can you please get back into... No, I'm not going to get back into that. Dude, I don't like playing games I don't want to play, dude. That's the whole thing with my other friend, Chet, man. Like, I used to be that guy that would, like, mentally stress myself out doing stuff for people. And I still do that to an extent. Like, I'll do that for y'all. But, like, I'm done, like, mentally draining myself. Like, I'm not going to play a game that I don't like myself. You know, and just depress myself. Like, I just don't want to, Johnny boy. There's things I do for you, but, like, don't make me do things I don't want to do. Tomic, the last message you posted. Oh, well, I read the only thing that came through is they achieved nothing but time on air that the media can use for whatever purpose. That's the only thing I saw from what you wrote. Yeah, well, fuck the fair. I've been more than fair with you. I played Fortnite with you many times over. I think we've been fair. I think we've been very fair together. Let's see. I really don't like Dead by Daylight, dog. There's no enjoyment. Like, if I stream, like, you want to see me have fun and be enjoyable, right? Or anybody else that watches me, like, you don't want to watch me play something that I hate. It'll be boring. I'll just be griping and groaning like old ass man. I already do that anyways, but it would be 10 times worse. You don't want to do that. And plus, by tomorrow, I'm going to be playing Death Stranding, a game you don't like. And I'm going to be streaming that shit, having a good-ass time. Hopefully, that game is good, though. I do not know if it's good yet, but I am only crossing my fingers that that game is good. Dang, man, I'm not even putting anything controversial or flag in the chat. Yeah, I don't think you guys are either, but I don't know. So it's either a YouTube glitch thing or it's controversial. I don't know. But like I said, some of your guys' comments come in. Death Stranding is just a walking sim. It was in the first game, John, but the thing is, halfway through it turns into a combat, and none of us got halfway through. I quit too because of the walking simulator. Like, I never got to the combat. I didn't even know that game had combat in it until years later, until I saw some videos of him shooting guns and stuff. Now, this time they said they put a lot more combat in it, but it's still going to be a little bit of a walking simulator. But I'm okay with that, now that I know what I'm expecting. The whole problem why people hated that game, and some people loved it, is Kojima wanted to be all cryptic and not tell people what the game was, so everyone was confused. Now, I've watched like 4 or 5 YouTube videos of what the game's story is, so I caught up with the story. I kind of understand all the crazy nonsense he got going on, so I'll probably play it. Let's just John, can you see my message above talking about fear-mongering? Yeah, can you see that, John? Let's see if it's a glitch on my end. because I know it's not my internet, because my internet's damn fast. So, John, let us know if you see Tomic's message from earlier. You think you do? You think you do? What the hell do you think you? Okay, what's something? What did you say earlier that didn't come through? John, you said Chocobo, you didn't see my comment, and then you said you made me play Rainbow Six Siege. I wanted it to be fair. Did you say anything else? Why don't you like though? Because it's boring. That's why I don't like it. Death Stranding is just a walking simulator. Just like you think Death Stranding is a walking simulator, I think that game is a walking, fast-paced walking simulator to get away from a bad guy. That's exactly what that is. It's the same damn thing. You hate this new Death Stranding game when you play Death by Daylight, which is the same damn thing. You, now that you just said that, I just realized you want me to play Dead by Daylight, which is a crouch proning walking simulator, and you say you hate Death Stranding. You hypocrite ass motherfucker, man. Hey. Is it the one they achieve on it? Man, how do I get in there, dog? What the Let me in there, homie. I can't be the only one playing this game. Someone must come into this stream because they like this game and tell me how to get to the next part, man. Where is that handle? Handle has to be here. I know you here somewhere, baby. Wait, what time is it? Oh shit, it's already 11? Ooh, only 24 more hours until Death Stranding. Come on now. Uh-huh. Man, I ain't gonna ever find this lever. Cause I can see my message on the stream, it's still there. It wasn't deleted. Hey, Tomic, post the message that I can't see and copy and paste it again. If you could do, if that's easy for you to do. I just want to see. You get the next part by going to the next part. Shut the freak up, you troll, man. John, you should have named yourself John Troll instead of John Jr. 2K, but actually I have a friend that already has that name. One just needs to separate the fearmonger. Yep, it's not showing up. I can see it on my TV. The protesters, yep. Now, the real question is it big paragraphs? Is the things that won't show up, or is it what you said? Because usually on Twitch, when there's like things like, you know, like that Twitch doesn't allow, it would give me a notice and say, hey, somebody commented this thing that you can't see. You know, or will you allow it to be shown? And I get to choose, but YouTube, you know, I just started streaming on YouTube, so I don't know. But that didn't show up again. I saw it on my TV. I don't see it on my scrolling. So, yeah, it's a YouTube ban kind of thing. I don't know what word in there on there they didn't like, but something on there YouTube flagged it. The AI at least. So that's what's been going on. At least that solves that riddle, man. That was driving me crazy, dude. Because I was thinking, man, why do I keep glitching on YouTube? No, they're just blocking stuff that some of you guys say. China power. Hey, they like that, huh? They like that. You know, YouTube gets a lot of money from China. So you saying that, they're not going to block that. And YouTube don't give a shit. Just because they're based in... The good thing about America is you can make money in America playing with other companies. So, well, actually, Trump is changing it up, but weird. I wouldn't know either. I assume it would be deleted on the stream chat automatically if it was flagged. Yeah. Well, like I said, you know, I'm not a big streamer or anything, so this is all new to me. So actually, I'm glad you kind of helped me out with that, Tommy. Now I know when someone says something and it doesn't show up, it's probably because YouTube flagged it. Let's see. That solved one riddle for me, man. Shit. Yeah, say Tommy. I stream all like, dude. I've been sick for a little bit, so I play a lot of games, so I stream quite a bit. Like, but it's all throughout the day. I don't really have a schedule, but it'd be good to see you again, brother. I had a good conversation with you, man. Even Johnny Boy came in through with our conversation before he got bored. Help, help! I'm being oppressed. That came through. There's so funny. It's so funny stuff that they block and they don't block, huh? Well, that's a help signal, so I see why. Shoot, man. Man, John, I've been sick for almost a year now, dog. You should know this, John. If I wasn't sick, I would not be streaming. I'd be out. I'm an extroverted guy. But because I'm sick, this is why I've started streaming. Because I got lonely. There's a lot of reasons I started streaming, but one of them is it helps me out. Help, Diddy is chasing me with the baby oil. See, that's the kind of shit that need to be banned. But they let that shit slide, I see. Alright, man. Anyways, this is 11 o'clock, man. I'm going to get off. John, I love you, buddy. Tomic, you're my new homie. Glad that you ran into me, brother. I appreciate it. Oh, that message goes through. Yeah, it did. Let's say I'm logging off now, man, but it's good to have you both on here.
I've never been
I'm glad Matt came on here.
In my entire life.
Tomic, I hope I see you again, brother. Much blessings to you, my fly brother. And to anybody else that watches this, I know we had a whole conversation of crazy crap, but, be blessed as always, all right? I have my religious stuff that I like to talk about, but I'm Christian, man. But I do love everybody. Be blessed. Don't do bad things. Don't be as stupid as me. And you'll do fine. Nah, I gotta leave, man. I gotta start sleeping early. I got an important day tomorrow. Our business might be going bye-bye. So, yeah. But I got to go. But have a blessed night, my young homie. And my other new homie, Tommy. You have a blessed night. Great conversations, man. I love conversations like this, man. It gets me all hyped up, to be honest. All right. Anyways, deuces. Hopefully, I'll see you again, Tommy. And John, I know I'll see you again, so I'll see you later, brother. Good night. Deuces.